Do you ever feel like you have a roommate living inside your head who just never shuts up? Seriously, imagine a real person following you around your apartment, constantly narrating your life. They're criticizing your outfit, replaying an awkward conversation from 2012, or keeping you awake at 3 a.m. worrying about a bill you've already paid. If that were a real person, you'd kick them out in a heartbeat. You'd change the locks. But because this voice is inside your head, you listen to it, you engage with it, you let it ruin your morning coffee. Welcome to The Last Read, books for your ears, wisdom for your life. Today, we aren't just summarizing a book, we are performing an exorcism on that inner critic. We are diving into The Untethered Soul by Michael A. Singer. To understand why this book is a manual for true freedom, you have to understand the man who wrote it. Michael Singer isn't your typical guru meditating in a cave, far removed from the stress of modern life. He is a living paradox, a yogi billionaire. In the 1970s, he went into the woods to meditate, but while there, he wrote code that turned into a billion-dollar public company. He wrote The Untethered Soul not while staring at a peaceful sunset, but while facing a massive FBI investigation into his company. He faced the threat of prison and the collapse of his life's work. Yet he remained in a state of absolute surrender. He proved that spiritual peace isn't about fixing the world outside, it's about changing how you relate to the voice inside. So, let's go back to that roommate. Singer's first major lesson is a logic puzzle that changes everything. If you can hear the voice talking in your head, then you cannot be the voice. You are the one hearing it. It is a subject-object relationship. You are the consciousness, the witness. The voice is just a mechanism, often a scared one. Singer argues that the only way to find peace is to take your seat as that witness. Stop arguing with the roommate. Stop trying to fix it. Just watch it. But why is that roommate so loud? Why does it scream specifically when we feel rejected or scared? Singer explains that the voice is trying to protect you from inner thorns. In the yogic tradition, these are called samskaras, unfinished energy patterns from your past. Maybe it was a heartbreak 5 years ago, or a moment of embarrassment in high school. Because you pushed that pain down instead of letting it pass through, it got stuck. It lodged in your heart like a thorn. We spend our entire lives building a cage around these thorns to make sure nothing touches them. We say, "I don't date people like that," or "I don't do public speaking." We restrict our lives to avoid triggering that old pain. But Singer warns us, if you protect yourself perfectly, you will never grow. So, how do we pull the thorn out? You have to learn the art of falling behind the energy. Let's look at a concrete example Singer uses, the red light. You're late, and the light turns red. You feel the heat rise, the anger, the tightness in the chest. That isn't the traffic hurting you. That is your inner blockage being hit. Most of us scream at the windshield, but Singer suggests a radical alternative. When the heat rises, you physically relax. You relax your shoulders, your stomach, and your heart. You lean back away from the anger. You don't suppress it, you just refuse to get involved. You let the energy rush up and burn for a moment, and because you aren't grabbing onto it, it passes through you and leaves. This is true surrender. It's not weakness. It's the non-resistance that keeps your heart open.
Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds great, but it's hard to remember to relax when I'm stressed. This brings us to the final, most powerful tool in the book, death as an advisor. It sounds morbid, but Singer argues that realizing your mortality is the quickest way to snap out of the drama. Imagine if the angel of death visited you and said, "You have exactly 1 week left." Would you spend your final precious hours worrying about a rude email or a dent in your car bumper? Of course not. Those things would instantly reveal themselves as nonsense. When you keep death on your shoulder as a wise advisor, you stop sweating the small stuff because you realize it is all small stuff. You realize that you are floating in empty space on a planet spinning around in the middle of nowhere. You are just a visitor here. This leads to the ultimate goal. Unconditional happiness. It's the rebellion of deciding you're going to be happy not because everything goes your way, but because you are here to experience the ride. You stop fighting the rain for being wet. You stop fighting the traffic for being slow. You simply exist as the observer, sailing through the Tao, the middle path of least resistance. If you can master this, if you can lean back, let the thorns pass, and remember the preciousness of your time, you become untethered. As we wrap up, remember this visual. You are the sky. Everything else, your thoughts, your emotions, the drama, is just the weather. The weather changes, but the sky remains. If you want to master these techniques, the link to the hard copy of the book is in the description. Thanks for listening to The Last Read. Until next time, keep your heart open and don't let the weather fool you.